Hi everyone and welcome back. So today we're going to take a look at 6.10. This is volume of pyramids and this is page 595 in the textbook. Okay, so let's go ahead and work on the bell ringer. So go ahead and pause on that and let's go ahead and do those first. And let's go ahead and take a look here. So I'm trying to find my page here real quick. I got stuff all over the place. There we go. All right. So we're supposed to label the dimensions of the sand sculpture on the square. So for this one, we would have 14 here, okay, which is the height, okay. This would be 12, and then this one should have been 12 as well, okay, because it's a square. All right, so what are we going to learn for this one? We're going to just exactly what it says. We're going to find the volume of pyramids. Okay. Again, my voice is kind of wonky, so I'm making quite a few videos here today, so sorry, I'm under the weather today. If I sound a little weird, that's why. All right, let's go ahead and look at example number 1. So we're going to find the volume of the pyramid and round to the nearest tenth if necessary. Okay, so up above you should see where I wrote the formula for you. So we're going to take 1/3 of the area of the base and we're going to divide it by the height. Okay, so 1/3, remember, means to just divide it by 3. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is find the area of the base. All right, so for this one, we're going to find the, let's see, hold on a minute. In the wrong book, hang on a minute. Prisms. There we go, okay. All right, so we're going to find the volume here. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is find lost my words here. Find the area of the base. Okay, so my base is right here. Okay, this triangle right here. So we got to find the area of that. Okay, so remember that the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. All right, so what's the length of the base? So the base would be 6, and then the height would be 8. Okay, so we're going to do 0.5 of 6 and 8. Okay, and then, so that's one part. And then we're going to times that by how tall the solid is. Okay, so it's 1/3, capital B and H. Okay, so the H stands for how tall the building would be. Okay, so if this is a pyramid out of Giza, okay, how tall would it be? Well, in this case, obviously it's a model of one, so it'll only be 5 centimeters, so times 5. Okay, then we're going to divide the whole answer by 3. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab our calculators. If you haven't already done so, let's do that. All right, so we're going to type in, let's see, 0.5 times 6 times 8 times 5, and then hit equals, and then we're going to divide that answer by 3, and it should have came out to 40, okay? So we should have got 120 on the top, so let me actually write this as 2 steps here. So 120 and then divided by 3, which is 40. So it would be 40 cubic centimeters. And there we go, okay? So basically, again, it's kind of like the last one where you can just kind of multiply everything and then divide it by 2 for your triangular prisms. For pyramids, you could basically multiply your 3 dimensions together and then divide it by 3. Okay, sometimes they're going to give you extra information, so you got to be careful with that. Okay, but that's kind of a good rule that you can sort of follow on that one. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this one. It says find the volume of a pyramid with a base area of 90 square feet and a height of 90. All right, so they already told us that it was 90. Oh, hold on, Siri kicked on, sorry. It thinks I'm talking to her sometimes. Okay, so we got to find what the area of the base actually is. In this case, it's 90, so they already told us that part. And then, oops, forgot my third there. Okay, so 1/3. And then we're going to times it by the height. Well, the height was 12. And then, of course, 1/3 means to divide it by 3. Okay, so let's figure out what 90 times 12 is. I think it's easier just to do it that way. So 90 times 12, which is 1,080. And then we're going to divide that by 3. And that gives us 360. And that's in feet, so in cubic feet. All right. Okay, now that I did that one, try letter B. Go ahead and try letter B. I'll put 1A out here to the side. Let's do 1B like right here, maybe. Okay, let's take a look. So it told us that the base area was 25. So we're going to do 25, and then it had a height of 3. And then we're going to divide that by 3. So that'll be 25 times 3, which is 75. And then 75 divided by 3, which is 25. So that one should have 25 square or cubic centimeters. Okay. All right, now let's try the need another example because they didn't give us the answer on that one. So let's actually practice this one. So first we got to find the area of the base. So again, it's 1/3 area of the base times the height. So how do I find the area of a square? So think back to a few years ago when we were learning about squares. Okay, so how do I find the area of a square? I take the length and I times it by the width. All right, so we're going to do 15 times 15. Okay, and then we're going to times that by how tall. So how tall is my pyramid this time? It is 12. And then we're going to divide that answer by 3. Okay, so let's do that. So we're going to do 15 times 15 times 12. And then we're going to divide that by 3. Okay, so I should have a 2,700, divide that by 3, and that should give us 900. So 900 cubic inches. All right, let's take a look at example 2. Okay, so this one says to find the volume of the pyramid. We're supposed to round to nearest tenth this time, so it's not going to come out perfect. So again, it's 1/3 area of the base times the height. So first we're to find the area of the base. So we have 3.2 and 1.4 down there at the base. So since it's rectangular, how do I find the area of a rectangle? I take the length times the width. All right, so we're going to take 3.2 and times it by, excuse me, 1.4. And then we're going to times it by how tall is the pyramid. Okay, so what's the height of the pyramid? The height is 2.8. And we're going to divide that whole thing by 3. Okay, so let's get the top part first. Okay, so let's do 3.2 times 1.4 times 2.8. And I get 12.544. Now let's divide that by 3. So divide it by 3. And we are supposed to round off, so it'll be 4.18. We got to round off to 1 decimal place. 8 is there, so 5 or more, let it soar, so it should go up to approximately 4.2. In this case, it will be cubic inches. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. So let's actually circle some of these so we can come back and find it real quick. We need to. All right, let's look at this one. Okay, again, we're supposed to round to the nearest tenth. Okay, now we have to find the area of the base. So 1/3 area of the base times the height. So I gotta find the area of the base. Well, the base this time is a triangle, all right? So if I'm gonna find the area of the triangle, I'm going to have to do 1/2 of the base times the height. So there's actually a special little thing that can help us do this. Okay, so let's make a little asterisk here. All right, if it's a triangular pyramid, divide by 6. Okay, now think about that for a minute. Why would I end up dividing by 6? I always divide by 3 because I have to, but how come I'm dividing by 6? Well, think about it. Whenever we find the area of the base, for this one it would be 1/2 base times height for a triangle, right? Well, if I already have 3 on the bottom, and now I have to also cut that in half, that means I'm really dividing it by 6, right? Okay, so that's what we're really doing. We're just taking all 3 numbers, but we're going to divide it by 6 this time. So it'll be 8.1 times 6.4 times 11, and then we're going to divide the whole thing by 6. All right, so let's do that. So we're going to do 8.1 times 6.4 times 11, and let's get that answer first. So that's 570.24. And then we're going to divide that by 6. And I get 95.04. So we're going to round off to the nearest 10, so just 95. So approximately 95 meters cubed, or cubic meters. Okay? All right, so if that bothers you, then I guess what you can do is just throw in a half right here in front of the 8.1 and do it that way. It gets a little weird looking, but it will work. Okay, so either way, so if we want to do an or, okay, down here, then what we do is do 0.5 times 8.1 times 6.4 times 11, and then all of that divided by 3, and it'll give you the same exact answer. Okay, so it will work either way. Just one little trick to try to remind yourself of, especially on homework, is if it's a triangular pyramid, multiply those 3 dimensions together and then divide it by 6. Okay. All right, let's try this guided question. It says find the volume of a pyramid that has a height of 9 centimeters and has a rectangular base with a length of 7 centimeters and a width of 3 centimeters. Okay, so let's think about this. So now it's like, well, am I supposed to divide by 3 or am I supposed to divide by 6? Well, what kind of bottom does it have? Does it have a triangle or does it have a rectangular bottom? In this case, it has a rectangular bottom. So would I need to divide it by 6 then? Nope, not this time. This will be by 3. You only divide it by 6 when it's a triangular base. Okay, this one is rectangular. So for this one, we're just going to multiply all together. So we have 7 and 3 and 9. Again, those can technically be in any order because it's all multiplication away. And then we're going to divide that answer by 3. Okay, so 7 times 3 times 9, which of course is 189. And then we're going to divide that by 3. And of course that makes 63 because basically the 3's just cancel, right? Okay, so 63, and that's going to be cubic centimeters. All right. Okay, let's try the next one. It says the rectangular pyramid shown has a volume of 90, and we got to find the height. All right, so this time we got to solve a little bit here. So in this case, we already know it's 90, so 90 equals, okay? And then we have 5 and 9 down there at the bottom, so 5 times 9 times h, and the whole thing was divided by 3. All right? So when we simplify this, we're going to do a couple things here in one step. So first we got to get rid of the division part. So we're going to multiply by 3 on both sides. Okay, so then what we're going to end up with is 270 equals, and then we're going to put 5 and 9 together, so that makes 45h. Okay, again, we're dividing by 3. I need to get rid of it, so the opposite when we're solving it would be to multiply. So I'm taking 3 times 90. That gives me the 270, and then I'm taking 5 times 9 to get the 45. And then from there, we're going to divide it by 45. And I get 6. So the height was 6 on that one. So 6 inches. There we go. It says a triangular pyramid has a volume of 44 cubic meters. It has an 8-meter base and a 3-meter height. Find the height of the pyramid. All right, so for this one, it is a triangular one. So it already told us that the volume was 44. All right, and then I'm going to have my 3 and 8 and my h. Now it's a triangular bottom, so do I need to be dividing by 3 or do I need to divide it by 6? Okay, think about that for a minute. But it's a triangular bottom, and I do need to divide by 6. Okay, so then we're going to multiply by 6 first. So we're going to take 44 times 6. So that's going to be 264 equals, and then 8 times 3, which is 24, and h. So then we're going to divide that by 24. So 264 divided by 4, and the answer was 66. That doesn't sound right. What's wrong here? 3 times 8. Type it in wrong, maybe 44 times 6. It's 264. Oh, I had it in wrong. Okay, should be 11. I don't know. I don't know how I got 66 last time. Okay, so yeah, so 264 divided by 24 should be 11. Yeah, okay, that makes sense then. Okay, I was like, that didn't sound right. Okay, so yeah, it should be 11 then. So 11 is our height, which means it's 11 meters. There we go. All right, that makes more sense. All right, let's try the last two. We're almost done. It says a triangular pyramid has a volume of 840 cubic inches, so 840. It's got a base of 20 and a height of 21, and we're looking for the height. So it's a triangular one. Okay, so think about it. If we're doing triangular, do I need to divide it by 3 or divide it by 6? 3 or 6. So we're going to have 20, 21, and our height. So we're going to divide it by 6. Okay, if it's a triangular one, we divide it by 6. All right, so we're going to do 6 times 840 first. So 6 times 840, that's 5040. Equals, and then 20 times 21, which is 420. And then h. And we'll divide that by 420. And I get 12. And that one's in inches. All right, let's try the last one all by ourselves. If we didn't do the last one especially, make sure you try this one then by yourself. So it says a rectangular pyramid has a volume of 525 cubic feet and has a base of 25 feet by 18 feet. Find the height of the pyramid. Okay, so try this one by yourself. All right, let's take a look. So we've got a volume of 525. Okay, it says the base was 25 by 18, and we're looking for the height. And this one was rectangular. Okay, so we needed to divide it by 3. Okay, so let's figure out what 525 times 3 is first. That's 1575 equals, and then 25 times 18. Okay, whoops, hit the wrong button. That's 450, and that's h. Then we're going to divide that by 450. That's 3.5, or 3.5, whatever. Okay, so that's 3.5 feet. And there we go. Okay. All right, so again, basically you're multiplying the numbers together. If it's a rectangular one, like a normal one, I always say, like it looks like a normal pyramid, then you're going to divide it by 3. to get your answer. Otherwise, if it's a triangular one, multiply your three things together and divide it by 6. Okay, and then when you're solving for this one, just kind of look back. So make sure when you get to homework, what I would do is I'd probably go through and work all the rectangular ones first, and then go to the triangular pyramid one, and then do all the triangle ones. Okay, so if you think you can go back and forth, then more power to you. But I think for this one, I'd probably just do half and half. Okay. All right, so that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, give me a like and subscribe, please do so. And I'll see you next time. Take care.